You may remember just a couple of months back when we told you about a downed World War II plane that had been found nearly 70 years later in the western Pacific islands of Palau. 2 airmen have been aboard the plane and have been listed as missing in action. After the aircraft was discovered last March, the airmen were honored at the location. Now, no doubt it is a great story, but here's what makes it just a little bit more interesting. The aircraft was found with the help of an underwater robot from the University of Delaware.
The entire effort was part of something called the Bent Prop Project, and the Delaware team is still a part of it, trying to find answers to what happened to some of the more than 70,000 servicemen who were declared missing in action during the war. Joining us today to tell us more about it is WBOC Kent County Bureau Chief Mike Chesney. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah.
The Bent Prop Project, tell us more about it.
Well, basically, for the better part of 2 decades, people have been taking their time and their money to go to Palau, which is in the South Pacific, a major theater of World War II, and searching for downed aircraft and therefore likely the final resting places of soldiers, airmen who were declared missing during the war.
So how does the team from the University of Delaware play into all this?
You're seeing on your screen right now, there was a big torpedo-looking thing flying through the water. Yeah. That's where the University of Delaware plays in. That's their equipment. And Bent Prop had been searching for years, doing sort of a very manual process, but getting the robotics involved makes it a much faster process.
So tell us more about this technology. What does it do?
Well, it uses sonar, acoustic sound, to basically paint a picture of what's down underneath the water. Because in a lot of these places, you think about the waters of the South Pacific, and you think, oh, clear and blue, and I could see forever. But that's not necessarily the case everywhere, and when you can't, it's very difficult for divers. They have to move very slowly, very methodically to do it by hand to figure out what's down there, see if there's anything down there. When a robot can do it, what might take weeks in just a matter of a day or 2.
But still, there is a lot of ocean out there. How do they decide where to go?
It takes a lot of work before they even get out there. And you mentioned that plane was found in March. They're heading back out this upcoming March to do more. That's their season for doing this. And before that even happens, they spend months and months doing the research to target the specific locations, the specific aircraft, the specific people that they're going after, and that way you're not searching thousands of miles of ocean. You're searching maybe a much smaller portion.
And they're hopeful, right?
They really are. I mean, I think if they weren't hopeful, they wouldn't keep going out and doing this. But you'll hear from Dr. Mark Moline, who is the guy from the University of Delaware who's involved in this.
We think there's a really good likelihood that we're going to find quite a few this coming season.
Okay, so the goal of the Bent Prop Project is to find out what happened to some of these servicemen. How are they doing?
They're doing well. They're moving along and having some success finding these aircraft and finding these final resting places. We're going to talk about more about, what kind of success they're having, how well they've been able to do, especially since the addition of the University of Delaware team. But you're going to have to wait till 11 o'clock to see that.
Can't wait to see it, Mike. The story is called Sonar in Sacred Waters, tonight on WBOC News at 11. Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
Isn't that amazing? Okay, so let's step outside of the water and take a look at your grass. All the snow we've had and the snow expected tonight may actually lead to greener grass come spring. Up next, we're going to find out how it works and learn other ways to make your lawn thicker.
We're also talking trees today. See how some preventative maintenance goes a long way in keeping communities safe when winter weather hits Delmarva.
But first, we've teamed up with Sussex County Federal Credit Union to help you make better sense of your money. And here's this week's tip.
On behalf of Sussex County Federal Credit Union, I'm Chris Phillips with this week's Dollars and Cents tip. Whether you're building a home or making simple improvements around the house, choosing a reputable contractor can be a challenging task. As a lender who offers mortgages and construction loans, we realize the value that a reputable builder can provide. For a list of preferred builder partners, visit the Mortgage and Construction page at sussexcfcu.com. Additionally, contact the Better Business Bureau to review a business and identify those companies that commit to higher standards. Together, we can achieve more.